You cannot heal your kidneys if you still eat these 6 vegetables. When you have kidney disease, many healthy vegetables you eat every day could actually harm your kidneys without you realizing it. The truth is, some veggies that are celebrated as superfoods for the general population can actually stress your kidneys when they're already compromised. Like hanging a heavy backpack to someone already exhausted from climbing mountains. The last thing they need is more weight. Your kidneys are the same. They need gentle, easy-to-process foods, not items that force them to work overtime. In this video, we'll reveal 6 vegetables that people with kidney issues should limit or prepare carefully to avoid putting extra strain on their kidneys. You'll be surprised to learn that some so-called superfoods can actually become your kidneys' worst enemies. Just so you know, everything in this video is carefully researched and put together by real people, double-checked by actual experts, and kept bias-free. 1. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are an excellent source of fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants to fight cancer. That bright red color might make your pasta sauce look appetizing, but for your struggling kidneys, it's like flashing a warning sign. The issue with tomatoes lies in their potassium content. Just 100 grams of ripe tomatoes can contain up to 237 milligrams of potassium. That might not sound like much to someone with healthy kidneys, but when your kidneys are compromised, potassium becomes your enemy. Instead of excess potassium being excreted through your urine, it gets recirculated in your bloodstream. This leads to hyperkalemia, or elevated blood potassium levels. That's when your heartbeat becomes irregular, your body feels inexplicably tired, and your fingers start tingling. Not just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. For individuals with kidney disease, a diet high in potassium can not only worsen the condition, but could also lead to kidney failure. Severe hyperkalemia can cause your heart to beat erratically, even triggering heart attacks. It can be fatal in some cases. For people with kidney disease, tomato consumption depends upon the stage of kidney damage. And it's not just fresh tomatoes you need to watch out for. Tomato sauce, ketchup, and tomato juice can all deliver a stealth potassium punch. That hearty bowl of pasta with marinara sauce might taste like comfort food, but your kidneys are sensing danger with every bite. If you're wondering what to use instead, consider low-potassium alternatives like red bell peppers, apple cider vinegar, or lemon for cooking, or herbs like basil and oregano for flavor. These can give you that Mediterranean zest without overworking your already stressed kidneys. 2. Potatoes. Sweet and white potatoes are like the comfort food everyone reaches for, warm, filling, and versatile. They're rich in essential vitamins, minerals, and amino acids, making them a superfood for everyone, but except those with kidney issues. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, a regular baked potato has around 610 milligrams of potassium, while a sweet potato of about 5 inches in length can have 438 milligrams. To put that in perspective, for someone on a renal diet limiting potassium to 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams daily, one potato could use up nearly a third of your daily allowance, all before you've even added anything else to your plate. But here's a kitchen hack that might help. Soaking potatoes in water before cooking can help reduce their potassium levels. This process, called leaching, can pull some of the potassium out of the vegetable. Cut your potatoes into small pieces, soak them in warm water. After about an hour, drain the water, then boil the potatoes in fresh water. And don't even get me started on French fries, potato chips, and any processed snack made of potatoes. Not only do they retain much of their potassium, but they're also typically loaded with sodium, another mineral that damaged kidneys struggle to process. It's a double blow your kidneys certainly don't need. High sodium forces your kidneys to work harder to maintain the delicate fluid balance in your body, raising blood pressure and causing excess fluid retention. For someone with kidney disease, this added strain is like asking a limping runner to sprint uphill. It accelerates kidney damage and can lead to dangerous complications like heart failure. And hey, if this feels helpful so far, let us know you're out there by tapping that like button. It tells us to keep making content just like this. 3. Beets. Beets are naturally rich in nitrates that help improve blood flow and lower blood pressure in those with healthy kidneys. However, 1 cup of fresh beets contains 442 milligrams of potassium. Many kidney professionals consider a vegetable to be high in potassium if it contains more than 200 milligrams of potassium, so beets are definitely in the watch-out category for those with kidney concerns. Beet greens are also potassium-rich. 1 cup contains 290 milligrams of potassium. And they don't just stop at potassium. Beet greens, along with rhubarb and Swiss chard, also contain high levels of oxalates. After passing your digestive tract and reaching your kidneys, oxalates can crystallize and form kidney stones, causing intense pain, blood and urine, nausea, vomiting, and kidney damage. But it's not all bad news. If you really like beets and don't want to give them up entirely, you can reduce their potassium content through proper preparation. Similar to potatoes, using the leaching method can help. Peeling and cutting beets into small pieces, then soaking them in water for several hours, changing the water occasionally, before cooking can reduce the potassium content. If you're looking for colorful alternatives to brighten up your plate, consider red bell peppers, small portions of strawberries, or red apples, which are lower in potassium but still provide that visual pop. Your kidneys will appreciate the consideration, and your plate won't lose its appeal. 4. Spinach. We all grew up with images of Popeye eating spinach and immediately bulging with muscles. But if Popeye had kidney problems, he would have probably been on dialysis long ago. Although leafy greens like spinach are praised for their health benefits, their potential risks are often overlooked, especially for kidney health. The main concern with spinach is its incredibly high oxalate content. Eating them often may increase the risk of kidney stones. A serving of 100 grams or half a cup of spinach can pack up to 2350 milligrams of oxalate, which is higher than many other leafy greens. In a study, scientists watched what nearly 240,000 people ate over many years. They found that spinach made up over 40% of these people's total oxalate intake. And if the oxalate issue wasn't enough, spinach is also exceptionally high in potassium. 1 cup of cooked spinach contains approximately 839 milligrams of potassium, nearly half the daily recommended amount for someone with chronic kidney disease who has high potassium levels. When a kidney patient eats too much spinach or potassium, they may suffer from hyperkalemia, a condition damaging their muscle and heart. 5. Avocados. Avocados are creamy, delicious, and undoubtedly healthy with monounsaturated fats, vitamins, and minerals. They've become the darling of the health food world, gracing everything from toast to smoothies. But if you have kidney issues, you might want to watch your avocado intake. The main issue with avocados is they're extremely high in potassium. Guidelines for kidney disease often suggest limiting potassium. People on potassium-restricted diets usually aim for less than 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams of potassium per day. An average avocado contains about 975 milligrams of potassium, which is roughly 33 to 48% of this amount. That's like spending nearly half your daily calorie allowance on a single food item. More concerning, despite being full of nutrients, avocados are also high in calories. One fruit can have over 300 calories. So, eating too many avocados can lead to weight gain, a risk factor for kidney disease. Simply put, being overweight puts more strain on your kidneys, making them work harder to remove toxins. If you're absolutely craving that avocado toast, here's a compromise. Enjoy just a quarter of an avocado at a time. This helps you reduce potassium intake while still reaping some nutrient benefits. Another trick is to peel, chop, and soak your avocado in water for 2 hours or boil it. Curious about the science behind it all? We've linked the studies that support everything we've shared. You'll find them down in the description box. 6. Beans and lentils. Beans and lentils are great sources of plant-based protein, fiber, vitamins, and various minerals. However, this superfood needs to be eaten with caution for people with kidney concerns. Beans and lentils are high in potassium and phosphorus. For example, 1 cup of boiled or cooked pinto beans contains 251 milligrams of phosphorus and 746 milligrams of potassium. When your kidney function declines, phosphorus and potassium can build up in your body, causing damage to your bones, blood vessels, and other organs. However, recent research has revealed something interesting about how our bodies process phosphorus from different sources. It turns out that phosphorus from plant-based foods such as beans, lentils, nuts, and whole grains is actually poorly absorbed. Your body only absorbs about 30 to 50% of the phosphorus in plant foods, compared to 70 to 80% from animal sources or nearly 100% from food additives. That said, the potassium content still remains a concern for many kidney patients. If you want to include beans in your diet, here's a technique that might help. Soak dried beans in water for at least 12 hours, discard the soaking water, which now contains much of the leached potassium, rinse thoroughly, and then cook in fresh water. This process can significantly reduce the potassium content. It's worth noting that canned beans generally have lower potassium levels than dried beans cooked from scratch, as some potassium is lost during the canning process. However, be cautious about added sodium in canned products and look for low sodium or no salt added varieties. Precaution. Now, some veggies sometimes get a bad reputation for kidney disease because they're high in potassium. But let's set the record straight. If you don't have kidney issues, your kidneys will naturally manage any extra minerals, so feel free to enjoy them. Even if you have kidney disease, it's not necessarily a deal breaker. Your potassium needs depend on your specific stage of kidney disease. Typically, if you're in the early stages or have had a kidney transplant, there's usually no need to strictly limit potassium. In fact, for those on dialysis, a blood filtering technique, you might even need more potassium. The same principle applies to sodium, phosphorus, and other nutrients that kidney patients are often told to monitor. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach. Your particular situation matters immensely. This is why working with a doctor and registered dietitian who specializes in kidney health is invaluable. They can create a personalized eating plan that takes into account your specific kidney function, lab values, medications, and other health conditions. And remember, cooking techniques can be powerful tools. Proper preparation methods can significantly reduce the potassium and phosphorus content in many foods, making them more kidney-friendly. This is crucial because beyond just eating healthy, you need to eat a diverse diet to ensure you're getting all necessary nutrients. Conclusion. The level of restriction you need depends entirely on your stage of kidney disease and your individual lab results. What works for one person might not work for another. Kidney health is deeply personal. You can apply techniques like soaking and special cooking methods to reduce the potassium content in some of these foods. This means that with proper preparation, you might be able to enjoy small amounts of these foods occasionally, rather than eliminating them completely. Most importantly, consult with a kidney dietitian to develop a personalized eating plan. They can help you navigate the complex world of renal nutrition and find a balance that supports your kidney health while still allowing you to enjoy your meals. Remember, the goal isn't to create a diet of deprivation, but rather to make informed choices that protect your kidneys while maintaining a good quality of life. Your kidneys are working hard for you. The least you can do is be mindful about what you ask them to process. We want to thank you for being here, for listening, for having the courage to embark on this journey of discovering what truly benefits your health. A journey that isn't easy, but is worth more than anything else. Hit the bell icon and turn on all notifications so you never miss a life-saving video. The sooner you spot kidney issues, the more you can do to keep things under control. If you're unsure about your kidney health and haven't been in a good shape recently, check out the video on the screen. Here, we cover all the possible symptoms, helping you spot kidney failure and take action effectively if needed. See you there. Stay informed, stay healthy,